Yeah, my best job, the job that I honor the most is to be the father of a 19-year-old. She's a
Ooh,
freshman in college.
wow.
A number of companies are saying that Atlanta has this great talent pool, and a lot of it is black talent. Yeah, I really want to see more young people get involved in politics. It was my dream at 16 years old to become the mayor of Atlanta. Somewhere down the path, it got confused that all we needed was a bunch of tough guys.
Right.
We need to be tough, but we need love.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Keith, editor-in-chief of The Quintessential Gentleman, and today we are talking to the 61st mayor of Atlanta, Mr. Mayor Andre Dickens. My brother, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Good. Thank you for, first of all, allowing us to be, right now we're in the mayor's office, and we just had a photo shoot for our power issue.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it.
No, I really enjoyed it. The camera, the photographer, the team. This was a good shoot.
I know you know about teams, so
Yeah.
you got to make sure you have a team in order for you to be great at what you do.
Absolutely.
Give me right now, what are the two things you look for in anyone that you want to bring on to be a part of your team?
Yeah, for everybody is the head and the heart. You got to have both. You have to be competent, but you also have to be able to relate and to, for the work of the people that we do for the city of Atlanta, you got to have a heart for people. You got to be compassionate, empathetic, but also, intellectual and capable of doing your job. So the head and the heart is what I'm looking for anybody.
Amazing, amazing. So now 2 years into being the mayor, what are you most proud of?
Wow, so many things I'm proud of. This is a dream come true to be the mayor of Atlanta, my home, born and raised here, and I want to move Atlanta forward and to continue to not leave anybody behind. So what I'm most proud of is my work with affordable housing and housing of the homeless, trying to make sure that people have a quality of life, safe, warm, and affordable in the city. And so we've done a lot. We've built 3,300 units of affordable housing, and about 5,000 more are in development. And so that I'm very proud of. I'm also very proud of my public safety record and bringing down violent crime, making sure that we are down in homicides and down in rapes. These things plagued our community through the pandemic. And so now I stepped in and made sure that we used a balanced approach to safety and justice to make sure we kept our kids busy, keep them busy with jobs and after school programs so that they don't resort to violence and gangs and drugs. And so we were able to do that.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. You talk a little bit about balance. I want to know how are you able to balance being kind of a father figure to Atlanta and their residents, but then also being a father to your daughter?
Yeah, my best job, the job that I honor the most is to be the father of a 19-year-old. She's a freshman in college.
Wow.
So, to get her to this stage in life where she can make her own decisions. But now I've moved from dad to coach. Still dad, but, I get to help her make quality decisions in her life. And, she's making those things work for herself. And then when she needs a little extra piece of information, insight, she calls on me. Yeah. And then being the leader of this city, this dynamic African-American legendary city, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of, introspection and reflection of other leaders of the past, but also to be very much innovative and focused on the future. So, the same things I do with my daughter, taking my time and making sure that I'm steadfast in my decision making and giving her room to, grow. Same thing I do with the city of Atlanta.
Awesome. What's the hardest part about being a girl
dad? That I know I'm too soft. Okay. I know I'm a soft dad. I know that I'm, she got me wrapped around her finger. Yeah. And so, but she does know that if I'm mad, she's out of line because I don't get mad. Yeah. So the toughest part is knowing that, I don't, I'm not as hard on her as I would be a young man. Yeah. But she doesn't take too much advantage of it, even though I know, she's benefiting from me being available to her and around her. So now we're more, conversational about things. And so she benefits from that. But yeah, the tough thing about being a girl dad is, I've never been a woman before, a young lady before. So her experiences that she's sharing with me are, fresh for
Yeah.
me to see it from this lens. So it's more learning for me as well as her.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Have fun with that. You're also a big supporter of technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know, having real conversations about municipalities and kind of technology along that side and making sure communities stay up to date and stay current. How do you envision making sure that Atlanta stays aligned with those initiatives that are forever changing and always growing?
Yeah, we have to remind everybody that we are, every job right now pretty much uses technology. We are in a technological revolution over and over again, and it's not stopping. Whether you're, in medicine, you're in technology now because most things are using some sort of device. If you're in communications, if you're in media, if you're in construction, you're using some sort of technology now. So just about everyone needs to know that they have to be open to it and adapt to the growing trends in technology. And so for the city of Atlanta, we're thriving. Lots of technology companies are choosing us to bring their headquarters or their innovation labs or their regional offices. HQ2s are coming here. So a number of companies are saying that Atlanta has this great talent pool, and a lot of it is Black talent coming out of, Morehouse, Spelman, Clark, as well as Georgia State, Georgia Tech. So we have technology is one of our greatest economic drivers. And so we're really taking advantage of it. And my job is to make sure that not only do we grow our technological landscape, but we have balanced growth, that we make sure that our minority communities, that our folks that's been disenfranchised, that women, that everybody has a role in it. And so one of it is outreach and making sure that we and introduce it to some and elevate others. And then the other is to make sure that the opportunities are shared across the demographics.
So, what do you say to the stigma that young people aren't interested in politics? And when I say interested, I think they're very vocal. We have social media, talk a lot, but don't really see too many of them going into being politicians and things like that. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I really want to see more young people get involved in politics. It was my dream at 16 years old to become the mayor of Atlanta. I saw the mayor when I was 12, and around 16, I said, I want to be mayor of Atlanta. So from the rest of my life, I would introduce myself as I'm Andre Dickens. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a chemical engineering major, and I'm going to be mayor one day. And I kept going by that, my dream. And so I want others that if they have that desire to be in public service, it may be to be a county commissioner, a city council person, maybe a legislator in the Senate or the Congress, whatever it is, or president, you should state it and share it and then go for it. And I think social media and all the spotlight has made people afraid, like, oh gosh, they're going to dig through all my photos of all my partying days, or they're going to see me TikToking and be like, oh, they don't take me seriously. But, I don't think that's the case. I think people are voting about, your competence and your heart and your ability to lead. And so no matter if in your past you were having fun and you were kicking it in college and you were doing whatever, those things won't bite you. Because real is recognizing real right now. And so we need genuine people in office. And so young people should be the heart and the lifeblood of our future. And so if all the decisions are made by people that are, 50 and up, then they're not going to be relatable to the individuals that are in their 20s. I think that, hopefully we can steer more folks towards public service.
And what are you looking for in terms of like initiatives kind of moving forward? We're in a big election year, presidential election year. Just want to know kind of what type of things are you most excited about and want to make sure that everyone knows?
Yeah, definitely that we have to get out and vote. It can't be overstated. The 2024 election is right around the corner in November. People need to be registered to vote, and then they need to make sure they check their registration to know that that is the same precinct and that they haven't been removed from the rolls for some reason or another, and need to get familiar with the candidates and with the issues. We need to have dialogue about what we want individually and as a community. So that's important to me right now, is making sure people use their voice so that they can then be heard and their vote can matter. The other thing, making sure that we have serious dialogue around what we want our communities to look and feel like. Safety, transportation opportunities, housing across the country. Housing is so expensive. It's been rising all across the country. And so how do we make sure that people's incomes can go up to match this housing demand, but also that we supply more housing at moderate pricing? So I think young people, I think technology folks, I think people that are creative can help us move the country forward. And in Atlanta, I want us to move the city forward with dynamic opportunities. And then lastly, when I say what I want the communities to look and feel like, that means safety. That means, how do we get our young people to go into paths of opportunities that are progressive and that's going to finance their future and not destructive in terms of gangs, drugs, and alcohol and other things that may be dangerous towards them. So we want to make sure that our communities are safe, that they have opportunities for everybody, and that it's built for the future.
Awesome, awesome. And my last kind of statement for you is I want you to finish this statement. Black men need.
Black men need love.
Oh.
We all need love. Yeah. And, somewhere down the path, it got confused that all we needed was a bunch of tough guys. Right. We need to be tough, but we need love.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Atlanta is one of my favorite cities. Now, this weather y'all got going on, it's a little different.
Right now, it's a little cold today.
But I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.